Hello from Farland. Today I am going to install a new time signal into Shell Hill Station. I have had a signal here for quite a while, but it was manually controlled. It is more fun when they act automatically while you run your trains. It looks better too when they turn red after a train passes anyway. Oh, I have to run over and change that to red. Now I'll have to run over and change it to green in a minute too. As you can see, it's a lot of jumping around and changing signals unless they're automatic. I bought another Azatrax MDR1. You can find them at azatrax.com. If you decide to get one of these for your own layout, here's the way they arrive. There's an instruction sheet with wiring diagrams and instructions. Normally these are timed for 1/2 or 3 seconds, selectable with this jumper. Since my layout is fairly large, I had them specially programmed for 5 seconds or 15 seconds. It is easier to set them with the shorter delay, but I'm familiar with them, so I don't expect any trouble with the longer delay. When the infrared signal sent out by the sender is sensed by the receiver, the circuit interprets this and encloses a relay. After the receiver no longer senses this after the train has passed over it and it's clear, the circuit times out at the preset duration. In my case, this will be 15 seconds for this location. Here's another location with an automatic signal and sensors in the track. You can't really see them from here. I'll take you around for a closer view so you can see them mounted in the track itself. I don't know if you noticed them from even here, but there's one here and one here. Hardly noticeable at all. I have chosen a spot well past the signal and beyond the road tunnel cover to install this one back here. Okay, well, I'll disassemble the town and give myself some room to work. Before we start drilling holes, might be a good idea to find out how big the hole needs to be. This is the sensor barrel. 3/16 it is. With my magnifying glasses and my miner's light, I'll head under the table. Well, now that we're all in here, you and me and the camera, I'm going to use this long bit. It's about 1 foot long, and it will allow me to drill down through everything all the way out and clear out to the other side so that I can find the hole on the bottom. It's also 3/16, which provides no clearance, but I can enlarge that a little bit with a slightly larger drill once I get the path established. Now the other thing you need to do is you need to cut out the sleepers, just where they're gonna where you're going to drill the holes. I think I'm going to put it right here. There's one. I'm going for the 45-degree angle so that the reflection is off the underside of the rolling stock. Probably better cut this one out. Looks about right. Better go see what all I'm hitting down there. Oh yeah, I hit a little framing, but that's okay. I've got a long drill. I can go through that too. Looks like we've got our holes. There, nice and tidy. You might be wondering why I'm putting them so far back around the curb from where the signal is. Well, the situation is I have this cover, which is removable, but it's black to make it dark where the trains go under the bridge. And I was afraid that the reflectors might reflect off the top of this and then the signal wouldn't work. So that's why. I'll move the camera. So now I'm going to try to fish these down through the hole and down below, where then I can finish with the wiring. If I get into trouble pushing this wire down in there, I will simply go down below and enlarge the hole. Seems to be going down just fine. I may need to put just a tiny bit of glue on there to make sure that it stays put. Don't want this too deep or its view will be blocked of the reflection. There, that looks pretty good. Now I'll go get some glue, daub it on there, and then we'll get to work underneath. I always like to install a little 1/4-inch MDF plate to mount it on. Here's the circuit, and Azotrac supplies the screws to mount it with. Pretty handy. I'll go ahead and mount this, and I'll be right back to you. When you mount these, you don't want to get them too tight because some of the soldering lugs stick out beyond the board, and you could break the board. So I just tighten it up, but not too terribly tight. Now I'll just hook it up according to the instructions. I guess I better mention this. One convenient thing that I wasn't aware of, but my friends at Azotrac helped me out here, that the red LEDs have a lower resistance than the green, so the power will go through the red if you give it a chance, if you close that contact. Back to wiring. Well, there it is, all hooked up. All I need to do is bring power to it. So I've got this red and white line For power, I'll take it back and connect it to the power terminal back at my control station. Won't bore you with that. Now the power is hooked up, we'll have to test it. I put my hand above it and the little yellow light came on indicating that it had seen its reflection. I'm going to change this, that was on the short. I'm going to change this and it should be on the long delay now. I'll test it again. It should stay on for 15 seconds. And it did. Okay, now we have to run a train over it. See if that works. There, it's all put back. Now we've got an automatic signal. I'll run a train past it and demonstrate. And it won't turn green for 15 total seconds. I won't make you wait for that though. Goodbye from Farland. Success.